Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Modern Grind. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit special. We have a birthing ritual list that Matt Nass posted. It was 64. It wasn't complete, but guess what? We're gonna flesh it out. Um, really cool list. If you go pull up Discord real quick, Tales from the Tap Discord, really great place to be. If you're not in the Tales from the Tap Discord, I highly recommend that you join. Tales from the Tap is a podcast about limited. This is Matt Nass's 64 list, 64 card list that he posted. Plays a lot of really cool cards, like Lightning Crafter, which is 4 mana for a Goblin. That's a 3/3 with Champion, a Goblin, or Shaman when it enters. Champion is a mechanic. When it enters, you either exile a creature with the creature type that's specified under it, or it gets sacrificed. What's up, Jared? Appreciate you dropping in. How's your day going? Yeah, no, definitely not. So anyways, we are looking at this list that Matt Nass made with his Pro Tour testing team and decided against. I really like the idea of going back to Warren Instigator. It's one of my favorite cards in Goblins because of the fact that it gives you such explosive draws. It was really bad for a while because there was a lot of removal interaction when Prowess and Boros were some of the best decks. But now that it's just a combo meta, definitely makes sense to go back to Warren Instigator. And I want to play like 1 or 2 birthing rituals because I watched my buddy Stan the Man from the Tales from the Tap podcast. You should go check that out if you don't know what that is. And he beat Belcher by copying his ignobles over and over again with a Kiki Jiki. And then he was swinging with the Warren Instigator. And eventually the Warren Instigator dealt 12 damage in one swing. This was under a Torpor Orb lock. So this is just a really cool proof of concept for the fact that Birthing Ritual and Ignoble and potentially just playing Jund might be worth it. So this was the list that he mentally helped me put together, the list that he would have played if he could have made some changes. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. He didn't want to play Aether Vial, so I think that there's like that's totally fine. It's a valid opinion. Vial's bad in the pending Wrath meta, right? But I enjoy Vial because of the fact that it's really good into counterspell decks and combo decks because it allows your Matron on turn 3 to tutor for a Snoop and then for you to combo with Harbinger on 4. Otherwise, you have to go turn 3 Matron, turn 4 cast Snoop, turn 5 play Harbinger and win. Slows you down by a whole turn cycle. Vial's really good at speeding you up, but so is Ignoble. This is the list, the numbers, I think. We might want to play another. So 1, 3, 5. I think we can trim a cavern to add another fetch land just to make sure that we have this green source when we need it. Plus the ignobles also get it down. This does make it 61, which I know everybody hates. So I'll trim. What do I want to trim? We could trim a munitions expert. Honestly, I feel like 4 Warren Instigators is a bit much. Multiple Warren Instigators aren't the greatest, although it is a really good attacker. You could also cut a Birthing Ritual. Maybe just maybe in this scenario where we just have multiples, I think the Warren Instigator might be better than Birthing Ritual because, but multiple rituals is so good. Oh, it's so bad. So difficult. Sorry, this is Stan's list. I shouldn't make any changes to it. I'd probably just play 61, but let's go back to the deck that we were making. Goblins. Where is it? Chicago? Yeah, so this is how I would play it probably. I like the idea of cutting for my Scalding Tarn. Stomping Ground. I like the idea of cutting the vials for the ignobles. And I think we can cut the Thoughtseize from the sideboard, play the 4 in the main. Multiple rituals makes sense. I guess we could cut Pashlik Mons to test. We're just all in on the combo. We could trim Mogmob's munitions to get in Warren Instigator. Crater Maker, Stink Scourger, probably want another birthing ritual. 61, so let's cut. We could cut a land technically, add one of these, cut one of these. Still 61. We cut another land. Don't know if that's right. But let's try it like this. This is 60. We can play Blood Moon now that we have Ignobles to test. So let's go Blood Moon. One, two. I think I like 2 Blood Moons, 2 Dreams, 2 Dampening Spheres, 2 Chalice, 2 Surgical, 2 Ashiok. This doesn't really have anything against Boros, but I think that's fine. If we're trying to trim down to get multiple birthing rituals in here, why Chalice? I was just going to put it back just to test. Our prowess matchup is that bad, but we could cut it. Could play a Void Mirror. Krenko, I think, was a good include. We could run it like this. I think that being able to like chain birthing rituals together is good, but I don't think having like a lot, like the max that I would want to draw is 2. Any more than that, we wouldn't have the creatures necessary to put it into play. I like the Hasty Instigators. The 2-2 split between these two makes sense. Yeah, I mean, we could just run like this. What other 3 drops do we want to play? I like the idea of playing turn 2 Trinisphere. Probably more than Void Mirror. 6 discard spells after sideboard's decent. We could also just main deck a Magus. Magus of the Moon. Because we can flip into it off the birthing ritual. One main, one side. Put the Crater Maker in the side. Good against Eldrazi, good against Artifact decks. That's pretty much it. I guess Sting Scourger is only good against creature decks, so it's a little bit narrow. Put 2 Magus in the main. We could try it like this. Sure, let's try it. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy us, we ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more, support the channel, $1 a month is hammered out on every stream. From the top, Alpha Ronan, Tim's top decks, the last set of the Darth New, 880Y, 100K, Jared Munster, Man, and Anon. Riberio, Server 777, the High Wumpus, AJRB, Rhyme, Corvisker, Sliver of Nope, Scott McIntosh, Javier Evil, Valeroth, the Armor Terrier, Theater Bureau, Sugar Philosophy, Green Ranger, and you. Thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. Let's mulligan to a better hand. This only has one land. Only one land. We can bottom the Trash Master. We get multiple looks at a second red source. Arena on top, one time. I mean, that's a second red source. Let me think. We could Fetch Shock, get a Blood Crypt, play the Skirk. If we untap with the Skirk, then we can play the Warren Instigator. Or we could just Surveil, try to hit a red source, but there's a chance we don't, so I think we just are forced into Fetch Shock. I mean, we have a black source here, so let's get a Stomping Ground. Play the Skirk and pass. Arena of Glory one time. I mean, that's a Harbinger. Yeah, it's just best because if we go to combat, they can just bolt it. And then we can't cast this Warren Instigator, like, at all. All right, they only have one colorless source, so this might work. They definitely have something. Paying costs. Yeah, that's good. Nothing to cast, so we'll pass. Ugin. Talisman. Land. Still nothing. Very interesting. Probably another Kozilek's command. Still nothing from us. We'll pass. Wow, still nothing. That's insane. Yeah, see? Kick a... Okay. Kill their own Utopia Sprawl? Oh, it has to target it. It has to exile something. Fascinating. I bet their hand's dog shit. Second Devourer makes a lot of sense. Kozilek's Return we can't put in the graveyard for them because then they can just cast it and wipe their board. Talisman's good. Red source, please. Yeah, I mean, we go to 1. This is pretty bad. Yeah. Okay. Well, we tried it. They had a lot of good removal. They did whiff for multiple turns, but we did too. They just happened to have a 6/6 first. Game 2. Good game opponent. Let's go to the boards. I like the idea of playing Dampening Sphere. I like the idea of playing Dreams, probably. Crater Maker is going to be better than Sting Scourger. Ashak means they can't search. The rest of this is kind of useless. Munitions Expert doesn't do too much. I mean, one off a matron is important. Graveyards probably don't matter, but they're also lands. I think the Birthing Ritual is like the slow, grindy game plan, which is probably not what we want because they've showed us so much removal game one. Although maybe we need to lean into that. Also, it's a green card, so if we draw it without a green source, we just can't cast it, especially if we get a Magus down. Although Birthing Ritual does let us sneak in our Magus, which is really good. Trim a Harbinger because the combo is going to be pretty bad here. Matron and Ringleader are good at grinding. Trash Mistress fine. Krenko's fine. We can trim. Oh, God, this is weird. Maybe we don't want the Dreams. And just try like that. So weird not having Vile. Yes, I'd like to go first. How is this better? Done. I think we just go Bloodstain Mire Pass. And we're going to try to flip a Magus into play this game. No, not yield. No. We're going to pay. We're going to surveil. Here. Okay. Another land at the bottom. Probably draw Snoop here. Sling Gang is actually perfect. Oh, now we can't. That's funny. Now we can't cast the Birthing Ritual. Oh, this is all really good for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have to take the Ice Till, because if they ever get a Ghost Quarter, like we can play through lots of removal. Although the Kozilek's Return does kill all the tokens from Sling Gang. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want them getting to World Breaker mana, that's for sure. Probably hit the creature. I think I just don't want them to hit my lands. So we're going to take the Ice Till. We're going to say my creatures are what's going to win us this game. And you have a lot of removal, but that's fine. So now they have 4. They would have been able to play the Ice Till. Although now they can just do Kozilek's Command potentially. All right. Oh, we know that. Damn. We know they have Kozilek's Command and the light or Unholy Heat. So let's go Exert, play the Mog Mob. Because this can't be killed by those except if they use them together. Sure. Interesting. This can't be all Drowsy Ramp. I've never seen Shifting Woodland before. So Exerting was bad. Interesting. I guess we might just be able to force the issue. Yeah, I think we just pass. So mills 2 more rumbles and a Kozilek's return. Picks up a stomping ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have a land, which I don't think we know about. The only thing we know about right now is Unholy Heat and Kozilek's return. What can we do? What can we do? So we could force them to Pyroclasm instant speed here. The issue is they have 2 removal spells, so I think we just want to play this very slow. We haven't played our land drop. That's interesting. I don't think we want to bog them this game. I think we go to combat first. And we attack. They're at 10. They have World Breaker mana, but does that matter? If we just go Matron, it does matter because if they cast World Breaker, then the Kozilek's return comes back for free. So we should have bogged them. So if we just grab Burn, we poke them, or when they cast the World Breaker, they bring stuff back. We shoot them for 3, put them to 7. If we grab another Mog now, well, we don't have another red source though. So when they World Breaker, that's interesting. So if they World Breaker, they hit one of our lands, we can't Mog. We could either Ringleader, Mog, Sling, or Instigator. Could also try to Snoop combo out of nowhere. But I think with all the interaction they have, it's like highly unlikely that they have that. We could just grab another Bog. The issue is they're going to cast this, and this is going to get exiled, and a graveyard won't really matter. It's the best thing to force their hand. I think it's Mog. And then we play this tapped. And then we pass. Yep. Do we shoot the spawn token? I think we have to. And if they have a land, they have a land. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 2 lands. Yes, we could have bogged them. If we bogged them instead of matroned, then they couldn't have wiped our board. We would have kept the Mog Mob. We would have drawn a second one here. I would like to pay 2 life. We just get down the one with the most mana, which is the Sling Gang. Okay, yes. Then we pass. So that would have been 1 more damage, and we probably wouldn't have had our board wiped, which means we would have had an extra drain with this Sling Gang the following turn. No, but then we wouldn't have been able to cast it because we wouldn't have had 4 lands. So we would have cast... We wouldn't have had this Mog either. We would have cast this. I mean, what if I draw an Arena of Glory opponent? I mean, that's halfway decent. I know they have Burst Lightning. Or, sorry, Burst Lightning. I've been playing Standard all day. I know they have Kindred Instant Sorcery Creature. Oh, I gave them Delirium. Damn it. That's pretty good for them. But, I mean, I would have died to this ice till like a million years ago. Bolt you. Matron. Matron grabs Sling Gang. Is there anything else that can deal direct damage? No, this is the last piece of draw that I have. So if they can kill my lands, then I can't do this anymore. Kozilek's command. Oh, Shifting Woodland becomes Ice Still Explorer. Now removal spell. Wait, but that's still end of turn. Yes. It doesn't say until the end of the next turn. It says the end of turn. Sure. Oh, now they can play Wasteland. Oh, but I have double Black Source. Yes. Might go spawn. Yes. Get my last basic. Man, this has been close. Oh, but they can play it twice. No. All right, Black Source off the top. Deck building punt. This is 7. I guess I don't instantly die. I was thinking if I... See, we gave ourselves the out by punting. Or by blocking. Oh my god! Okay. Now we get to do the really cool thing. We didn't get to see the cool thing that this deck can do, which is Birthing Ritual, flip Magus of the Moon. But that's the goal. One day, maybe. One day. All right. Sure. Emrakul's pretty good. see what payoff they have. Sure. Kozilek's command X is 3. Yeah. It's a little too good. I can kick a Myco spawn starting next turn, which is nasty. They can do 2 turns in a row. It's pretty nasty. 1, 2, 3. I basically have no lands in play because they go. I'll be at 1 in 2 turns. 2, 3, 4. I can afford this. No, 1. This is a land that's going to go away. This is a land that's going to go away. I need another land. It's not looking good, folks. It's not looking good. Yeah. This makes sense. I have 4 lands. This matron can grab a second trawler. That's good. So I have to deal with 2 of these. What's the best way to do it? We can block one, bolt the other one. Oh, that's right. We got to do it next turn. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I have a land drop. I do not. Not looking good. Yeah. I can't cast any spells. Good game, opponent. Well played. Okay. So I want to see if I can go back. I'm sorry. Birthing ritual felt bad. I missed my... You know what I can do? I can leave the birthing rituals in. And then I can go back to my list. So we played 2 in these. And then we go back to, what is it? Energy Monday. Second ringleader. I think the green splash isn't the greatest. 4th Harbinger in the main for sure. So let's focus on the main right now. I want all 4 munitions, 4 Snoop, Sting Scorcher, Crater Maker, 4 Harbinger, 2 Trawler, 4 Matron, a Hashlick, 4 Mog, double Ringleader, Trash Master, double Sling, Kiki. I think I cut a Blood Crypt. Trim a Fetch for a basic. Put the Ringleader on the side, the second Ringleader in the sideboard. Put the second Harbinger in the sideboard. Hedge our bets. This Agatha's could either be a Agatha's could be a Chthonian. I've been really impressed with Chthonian in the past. I think that Extirpate's not as good as Surgical. We learned that. That's my Graveyard Hate. This is Mask Vandal. Do we play a Stomping Ground? We do. So then we can technically play the Masked Vandal. We can technically play that. We can play an Agatha's on the board. That's fine. Maybe it's not as good as DEE. 2 Dampening Spheres. Not the greatest. Engineered Explosives, Chalice. So in the new mentality, we're going to play... People told me EE is bad. Vexing Bauble. I guess we can keep the Engineered Explosives in. Agatha's is cool. It's the best ETB. I mean, I think bringing back all this stuff is really, really good. Ringleader, Harbinger, Masked Vandal. These are all for different matchups. Agatha's. Could play a second Agatha's. 2 EE. 2 Agathas. 3 Bauble. I guess it doesn't work with the Chthonian, which we could technically play 1 build 1 main. Then we could also play... I mean, I think I like EE and Bauble for like... So this is for Fast X, this is for Affinity. I guess we want Meltdown maybe. Bauble's really good into Affinity. EE's decent against Affinity. What do I have against Boros? Just Dreams. I mean, I think I like... No, I like this second one versus Boros. Harbinger, Ringleader, both for grindy matchups, combo matchups. But I think game 1's the best game to combo. Play the 4th Thoughtseize in the main or in the side. Bring in like the grindy cards. Game 1, try to combo. I definitely want more 1-drops. What's the other card that I was thinking about? I think in the meta right now, we kind of definitely want more basics. So 4 Mountains, good. Might even play the Swamp in the sideboard. More blood crypts. Play Mog Fanatic. Mog Fanatic's so bad now. We can play 2 Dreams instead of 3. We could say the second Chthonian is really bad to draw. $30 is probably bad. And then we could say, okay, we want something against creature decks, which is our worst matchup. I guess we could play Push or Bolt. Bolt's probably better. I mean, that looks really good. Could trim Mogmob if we just play actual Bolt. Go back to 3. You can put the Harbinger in the sideboard. I mean, then we still have 2 slots. I guess we could play Flute. We could play the Disruptor Flute. That makes sense. Let's just do that instead. So we have 2 flutes. What do we have against the Belcher matchup? And Dreams. Okay, maybe we're good against Belcher. Flute's decent against the Planeswalker decks that also shut us down. What do we have specifically against Eldrazi Tron? Nothing. So what if... I guess we could try to be aggressive. 10, 11, 13 is decent. It's much better than it's been. Second Chthonian's kind of wishful thinking. Bogger Harbinger should be in the main. Probably don't need the 3rd munitions with Chthonian because we loop them. We could do Magus. The issue is they're bringing in like fire magic and stuff against us, so maybe Blood Moon's just better. We can also Violet in, which is really good. Let's try that. And then I'm going to crash because it's getting late. My brain's turning off. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. We won the die roll. That's step 1. I mean, mulliganing is step 2. 1, 2, 3. Lyle Snoop Harbinger. That's the curve. Bottom, the Pashlik. We have our 3rd land. Pay 2, yes. Vile, pass it over. Okay, they're playing Belcher. Force, pitch, force. They're not playing Belcher. Okay. Cavern. Second Snoop's also really good. Oh, that's amazing. Probably Esper Blink or Gorios. Gorios is more likely now. Taste the violin in your mouth. 10 years to see things you did. One day I'll look back and I'll say. Bin Ephemerate, it's a good sign. Pass because they have Mending. Mending and Nagorios. They don't have Pending. Interesting. Sorry, I mean Faithful Mending. Fending. Pending. Yeah, is it go? I was gonna say, Stan, I shouted you out in the beginning of the stream. Did it keep going well for you after that? I showed everybody the screenshot of you and everything with the ignobles. Shout out to the legend Stanton McCain, owner of the Boar's Hat Gaming in Elgin. If you are a enjoyer of luxury cardboard, you should go check out his establishment. Yeah, I saw it. It was beautiful. It was a masterpiece. Really well played. 5 ignobles because the Kiki-Jiki kept copying it. It was hot. Hot, I say. I had to go home and feed. I'm about to finish the league. Yeah. I think Stan's right. I think that it's just a different deck. And I think I just don't know. It's hard to explain. Actually playing against a real deck. Yeah. Yeah, so black, red. Play the Uncounterable Harbinger. They definitely have Solitude Ephemerate, but it forces the hand, and then we can fetch away our Kiki-Jiki so we don't draw it. Trigger's fine. Kiki-Jiki. Pitch Cast Solitude. Tap to target, tap to target, tap to target, tap to target. I still think they have a Solitude. They're at 19, so I need 7 Snoops. All right. Game 2. We did have to play through a pending and some counter magic. We got there. So against Esper Gorios, we want Surgicals, and we want Maguses. Dreams of Steel and Oil, Thoughtseize. A good Flute and Vexing Bauble for Solitude. But I don't think that's actually good. Vial can come out. We're playing the Bolt's main stand. I'm testing this over the birthing rituals. Before I splash another color, I want to at least test the Bolts. Do we need this much discard versus them? Probably not. It's a lot of good 1-drops, though. You want Vexing Baubles for half their deck. I guess there's Solitudes. I trust. Solitude's like one of their best pieces of interaction, so I think that's right. Bolt seems good. Yeah, they're fetch shocking a lot, so I feel like Bolt is pretty decent. Explosives for their weapons manufacturing. Yeah, you're funny. Let me think. This hits Frog, so that is something, but it also hits our Snoop. I think we're grinding, so we want the Ringleader. Trashmaster's dead in this matchup. Same thing with Critter Maker. Sting Scorcher's good at putting the Atraxa back in their hand. I don't think our munitions experts ever kill anything, actually. In that line of thinking, I don't think Bolt's gonna be good. Or I don't think that Bolt is as good as discard because we're not really killing their stuff. We're just killing them. We could cut Magus. I just feel like they're a 3-color deck, so it's like really good. Probably aggro fetch basics. Sure, that's fair. I like that. Because like after boards, they kind of have to, right? And if they don't, then they just could potentially lose. So they're forcing themselves to board aggressively. I think I'm gonna trim a Bolt. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I'm gonna trim a Bauble because multiple Baubles kind of suck. Multiple Bolts are a little bit better than multiple Baubles, although Baubles can redraw. Yeah, it makes sense. You're already trying to pay. You're already trying to not pay life. All right, let's see if we can surgical their Gorios. Make them grind. "10 years and still tries." Oh, what's up, Yukushi? Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much for being here. We're playing against Esper Gorios. Could be Esper Blink also, but we didn't see any Esper Blink cards. It felt like it was playing against Esper Gorios. They were bidding their stuff for their surveils aggressively. Thoughtseize. All right, get a hold of this. Gorios only has Ephemerate. Yeah. I guess you're right. Ephemerate coming off rebound is free, so Bauble's really good. I mean, do they Thoughtseize my Thoughtseize? That's the question. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Takes the Bauble. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, and if I'm him or them, I'm highly incentivized to take the Thoughtseize. Surgical or Bauble? Sure. That makes sense. Surgical is just so backbreaking in this matchup. If I'm them, I kept a 6 where it's 2 lands, Thoughtseize, Frog, Gorios, and then payoff. That's, of course, like optimal plays, but their only reanimated option is Persist Emperor Bones. I guess it's fair. Let me think. We could play a Surveil. We could play a Bauble. I think we just will Fetch Shock. So we have double black. Oh, we don't need this because we didn't grab the... So if I grab a basic, I don't think that shows them anything. Does shocking myself do anything? I'd add a frog faster. Do I want double black? Yes, I want double black because I have to be able to cast this Thoughtseize right now. It's a good point. I mean, Emperor Bones, that's fair. We could take Atraxa. We could also take Emperor. I think we can beat these two Emperors. Kind of. Oh, no! Damn it! Jack, why are you so dumb? Jack, why are you so dumb? Okay. Yeah, let's put the Atraxa in the bin for the opponent. Yeah, punts in the chat. Punts in the chat. 1000%. Oh my god. Jack, could you be more silly? We did. Yeah, see, exactly. Mind games. Mind games. Even better, let's draw surgical off the top. I guess this is the specific scenario where Bolt is really good. They go play their Emperor. They go play Emperor. Exile Atraxa. We bolt it, and then we win. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're just one turn too late. One turn too late. Land the bin. We don't really need this bog anymore. Yeah, I can't believe I clicked the wrong one. Oh my god. I was like, let's put the Atraxa in the bin. This makes sense because then they can't. Thought process stopped there. Okay. Another Atraxa. You know what we're not going to pick? The Atraxa. We could have stranded two Atraxas in their hand, and this game would have gone extremely differently. Soulless Jailer also shuts them off. Yeah, that's a good point. Soulless Jailer is pretty good. I guess we should be playing Soulless Jailer. That's a good card. Okay, opponent. I see you. I see you. Beginning of combat. They exile a card from my graveyard. Yeah. Yeah. See, but that's the thing. I don't feel like it should happen. I should definitely play better. And that's why we play these reps, right? So we know which one to leave. Hey, appreciate you, Stan. Thank you so much. You know what? You know what that calls for? While they do all that bullshit, I'm going to put your name on the board. Whoever subscribes to be an entry-level goblin gets their name on the board. Where the hell is the Sharpie? And the silver and gray ones don't really pop as well as I want them to. Those are the old Sharpies. The bags. My backpack is in the car. I'll grab it after this game. I got you, bro. And you're going to be number 23. The 23rd member that we got. I like to do it live on the stream so you can watch me use my horrible goblin hands to, to put everything up there. All right. So we be very dead. Very, very, very dead. And this is why we're not in a league. We're in the free-to-play practice round thing so that we can figure out the deck. I feel like we would have had a good chance if we would have just clicked different cards. But that's how it goes, you know. All right. They cast an Ephemerate, grabbed a billion cards. We're going to unsummon the Atraxa. Chump block the Emperor of Bones. Playing against Affinity right now? Hell yeah. Vexing Bauble should be great. Vexing Bauble on the play. Being able to Thoughtseize or... I guess I don't know if you play Thoughtseize or Dreams. Dreams of Steel and Oil is really good. You can take Kappa Cannoneer before they ever get their stuff done. Yep. So they pitch cast Solitude on the Sting Scourger. That's the funniest sequence I've ever seen. Just to make sure they don't have a blocker. But they pitch cast Solitude on their own Atraxa because they didn't want it in their hand? That's insane. Maybe. Frog's good. They blinked their Emperor of Bones. I am so confused. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not confused anymore. They blinked their Emperor of Bones so there was no counters on it, so that once they pitched the Atraxa with the frog, they could go to combat, then exile the Atraxa under the Emperor of Bones, and then readapt, have a flying hasty attacker. Really well played opponent. GG's. Yeah, I mean, Emperor of Bones is really strong. So is the punts with this one. The strong punts are with this one. I'm going to yield. I'm going to go grab my Sharpies from my bag in my car. I will be right back. Alrighty. Hey, I said auto yield. Good match, opponent. Well played. You know what's more important than winning the match? Wait, what do you mean I won game one? The hell? Okay. Yeah. I guess we could Disruptor Flute and Emperor of Bones, but I think we just run that back. You're saying if we add Vexing Ball, will they'll scoop? Let's cut Ringleader then, because they're a fast deck. Yeah, game 3 on the play with 6 discard spells. Pig. Okay, so Stan, do you want black, silver, or goldish bronze? It depends which Sharpie wants to work. He scooped my Vexing Ball? Yeah, I was gonna say when you have because here's the thing. Darren told me this. A lot of the affinity players don't want to play out their 0 drops on turn 1 because they could get like I don't know. He said they just don't like doing it anymore. They like to wait. Gold, I got you. They like to wait with their 0 drops, so you can get a Vexing Bauble down turn 1, even if you're on the draw before they play their 0s. And sometimes they won't even play them on 2, because they're scared of Meltdown. They want to like make sure they can play them and then immediately get value, like play a Kappa immediately, or get a Thought Cast or Thought Monitor down. So if you just like play like super disciplined and make sure you mulligan to that, you just that's the thing. If they save their 0s for the Pinnacle, you get the Bauble down and they can't win. This hand sucks. But is it good enough? No. This hand's much better. Bottom the mountain, because we're going to go Fetch Shock, Blood Crypt, Bloodstream Mile is going to fetch a Survey Land, get the Vexing Bauble in play. Turn 3, play Snoop, and then turn 4, combo kill them. Because I believe that there is something good on top. Keep, bottom mountain, done. Stan, what's your screen name? Stanton McCain. Got you. So, the silver inside of the color that I had you choose makes it pop. But I think that for you, bro, I'm gonna do black with gold on the outside. You're the only one like this because you're a legend. I mean, everyone's a legend. Stan I've known for a long time. Okay. Pay 1. Fetch Shock, Blood Crypt. Yes. Thoughtseize. They're on 5. Yeah, this is the thing. If your opponent ever has to mulligan, Teferi can bounce the bauble. I think we just take the flute because that name's Snoop, and then we kind of just lose. I mean, this hand is not Goryo's. This hand is just control. All right, they're starting with a 4. Against this deck, bauble sucks. I know. Well, now I know for sure that I can just combo kill them if they don't draw any interaction. Dreams on top, pass it over. Yeah, no, I'm saying like against their hand, I think that Vexing Bauble is not the greatest right now, so I'm not even going to waste a turn playing it. I'm just going to get my Snoop down. They have 1, 2 looks at a Solitude, and I get to immediately kill them. Playing Solitude against you, Snoop first for sure. Yeah. They just fetch Shock? Am I missing something? I know the 4 cards in there. Oh, I guess it's not true. Trade Craft sent a message. Show chat. Well, misclicked. No, I'm so sorry. Mtgo is a brutal mistress. And I spelled mistress, TRISS. Sometimes it'd be like that. LOL. Is what he said. Is what they said. Go to mine. I feel like I should not be able to do this. Because sometimes when you combo kill people, it's like, what? This isn't supposed to be like this. You had to mull to 5, and then I made it a 4. That was brutal. I'm so sorry. Okay. It happens. That's magic. Kikijiki, tap to target. Tap to target. And that's how we take down Espergorios. Ace. I would have thought you just as well. Well, we are streaming on YouTube at Goblin Ringleader, so that people say hi. So the goblins say hi. Hello, Gorio's guy. Yeah, opponent's cool. You know, they misclicked and they were going to get a surveil land. They would have had an extra look at interaction. They said they'll come check it out. GG's, bro. Well played. Means a lot. Yeah, so let me see. What did we learn about this list? Maguses haven't really been good. I got to put Stan's name up on the board. But overall, I feel like Bauble's very strong. Magus might just be better as Void Mirrors. If they get a Talisman down turn 1, it doesn't change anything. But I feel like being able to Violin a Magus randomly is really strong. Like, we can just go like end step, Violin Magus, go to my turn. They no longer have the mana that they need to like cast interactive spells. Oh, I guess that's fair. It does force the issue, right? Because if we go end step, Violin, Magus, and they're leaving up like white sources, maybe Magus of the disc for grinding matchups? What the hell is Mag? Oh, I guess it maybe. What does this say? Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. We could play this. No. I was gonna say we could play this with Agathas, but that would not work. I like the idea of playing some Agathas or like somewhere. I really want to see how, like, I know Chthonian is busted as hell in this deck, because you get to reuse all your crazy ETBs and stuff. Just gotta get the right configuration. I mean, the Birthing Ritual list looked really cool. I just know from my experience with Birthing Ritual that I enjoy like all of my cards being threats, basically. Yeah, Chthonian with Magus of the Disc seems insane. Hey, that beats Boros, okay? Yeah, so I don't know. I think that I like this build. 3 Baubles really good against Affinity and the pitch cast free spells. Disruptor Flute is really good against Belcher. The Thoughtseize is really good against Belcher. The main deck Trash Master is good against Belcher. Same thing with the Dreams. We could even bring in Surgical because we can hit Lotus Petals or Lotus Blooms. EE is good against Boros. Dreams is good against Boros. We played the Bolts and the Mogs and the Munitions. So that's also decent against Boros. Against Control, we have Thoughtseize, Magus Ringleader. Dreams is bad. Flute, we could just name it like a Board Wipe or Solitude. Maybe even Bauble just to like make sure Solitude doesn't stop us. I like the sideboard. I feel like this is a good spot. I'm gonna keep testing this. Hey, what's up, Tradecraft? Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, we're just going over numbers. This is the list I was playing. I'm testing for the RC in Houston. We're playing Goblins in Modern at the regional championship in Houston. So we're testing. Are you going to any RCs coming up, or are you just jamming for fun? Because your deck is awesome. I super punted game 2, putting the Atraxa in the bin. That was funny as hell. If you look back in the chat, they're all saying punt. How do you feel about him boarding in Vexen Bauble? Yeah, that's a great question. Do you think this card's worth it against your deck? It was just for Solitude. I guess also Ephemerate Rebound, but don't know if that's worth it. This is the board. Of course, everything's in flux. We're testing. And I think we boarded in this stuff. I think it was this. Not anytime soon. Actually, just came back to Magic 6 months ago after a long time. Oh my God! Well, welcome back. That's awesome. You came back to the game. I mean, like honestly, that's the thing is, sometimes you have to take a break, and it's good for your mental health. And when you come back, you have a renewed passion for it because sometimes, you just got to make sure that you're good in life first. You can't jump into things and try to like do everything all at once. Sometimes you got to make sure that you take your time, set up yourself so you're successful in life, your home life, your personal life, your emotional life, everything's balanced. Then come back to the game, make it healthy, make it a healthy interaction. Yeah, so 15 years ago, what was your first set, if you don't mind me asking? What got you into Magic? While we talk, I'm just gonna move the phone over here so we have chat, and I'm putting my buddy Stan just signed up for our members, so I'm putting his name up on the board. How much? We got 6%. We'll be good. Stanton McCain. Stan, everything's gonna be a capital because that's just how I write. Everything's always a capital. MC. C. A. I. N. Stanton McCain, and your number 23. Very first set ever was Odyssey. That's awesome. You know what? Odyssey had goblins in it, right? That's awesome. Played for a few years, and then high school came and whatnot. Jumped back in around Innistrad for about a year and stopped because life. That's real, man. Boss, that's real. I think that having balance is really hard, and taking breaks is really healthy. So I respect you for doing that. Stan, you said gold, right? Let's do it. Yeah, the black's gonna make this pop real nice. Crazy how awesome Magic is. I totally agree. Finally have time to play, getting back into it. You played Magic on? Hell yeah! Played the deck you just played? No way, you played Goblins? You played Goblins at MagicCon? That's what got you back into Magic? That's so epic. Goblins, salute! That's so fucking cool. Crazy how small the world it is. Yeah, I play Goblins in every format. It's all I do on this channel. I fell in love with Goblins. I'm a brewer at heart. I like to make bad decks. Goblins is like the best way to make a bad deck and be able to brew at the same time, in my opinion. No, yeah, for sure. Deck you played against. Oh, that's dope. No worries. Goryo's is dope. Yeah, I agree with Stan. Did you enjoy the Pro Tour? This one's dying. Gotta grab a new one. Bauble slows us down, but not from the Goryo's combo. Yeah, that's a great point. Oh, so you would just focus on disrupting the Goryo's plan and not really worry about anything else? It only shuts off Solitude and Force a Negation, which I board out against me. That makes sense. Yeah, I agree with Stan. Usually when I play against Solitude decks, I don't really care about what their game plan is. If I can just combo kill them, I'm usually faster than the Gorios. And honestly, the only reason I'm scared of like the Gorios bringing back Atraxa is to find a Solitude. So if I have a Bauble in play, I don't really even really mind that too much, unless you can literally just cast pendings and stuff, in which case it's a different game. Then you're playing more control, and my ringleaders get better. Aim for your plan A and try to be faster than our plan A, because we also have to mid-range plan Frog and Ketchermos. Frog and Ketchermos is very strong, and I can't really beat that even with a ringleader. That makes a good sense. That makes a lot of good sense. Yeah, Riddler is ridiculously good against me. I think that like the Thoughtseize in the main are really like the difference. I think I had discard against you all 3 games, and the discard just allows me to basically play a quote unquote like bad combo deck, but I get to slow you down enough where my bad combo deck is just barely fast enough. Yeah, how do you feel? How do you feel about this? How about my sideboard in the meta? Let me zoom in a little bit. If you had to think about like the decks in the format, would you feel good about these cards? Ignore the ringleader. This is like, of course, for specific stuff, and the Thoughtseize, but like Disruptor Flute, Engineered Explosives, Bauble. What are your thoughts as somebody on the outside? Games you got your combo off, you just won, so probably aim for Thoughtseize to hit our hand and maybe ball and combo as fast as you can. I agree with that. That's a really good take. Could play more like Duresses in the sideboard, but I'm not sure how I feel about like, because I like the idea of take the interaction out of their hand. I think you need a board wipe for Affinity and Prowess. Engineered Explosives is kind of like my take on that. Can also answer like problematic non-lands. But would you play like an actual board wipe? And if so, what would you play? Played a lot of Affinity at MagicCon. Yeah, I was gonna say Affinity is everywhere. I used to play Chalice. I used to play Chalice of the Void in the sideboard alongside Bauble, just to be like, no spells for you. Or you need something to stop Pinnacle Emissary when they warp it, so maybe Thoughtseize turn 1, they're just so fast it's crazy. I found that like either Dreams of Steel and Oil and Thoughtseize to be able to take their Kappa Cannoneer, their Thought Monitor, or their Pinnacle Emissary is like the best place to be. Because then you can just like take the card that their 0-drops pay off, and then their 0-drops look really sad. Sometimes they just concede if you take their Pinnacle Emissary out of their hand. Because they'll mulligan aggressively to find it, then you Thoughtseize it, and they are left with almost nothing. Like Bauble, Mox Opal, maybe an Ornithopter. If they're lucky, they have like a Cranial Plating and they can attack for 3 in the air. Kappa's a problem. Yeah, my best answer to Kappa Cannoneer is either get a Ringleader down on turn 4 and then on turn 5 shatter it, which is too slow, or Thoughtseize it out of their hand and combo kill them. So I agree. I think that my combo is just a little bit faster, but the grindy plan we definitely lose. So we have to have a good sideboard versus them. Yeah, if we could just like make them pitch all the artifacts out of their, like, I wish there was like a name a card type, a target opponent like pitches all the cards of that type. Like non-land card type, right? Because lands, of course, would be the choice every time if you could. Like a Thought Distortion card, right? It's like 6 mana. They pitch all the non-lands in there, or non-creature non-lands in their hand. I think that's pretty decent. Oh my god. My hand's getting tired. Thankfully, we're at the last letter. Stan, when I'm done, you gotta tell me how it looks. I bet it looks like a goblin did it. Stanton McCain, you are the 23rd number. Oh, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Let me tab out, make sure that my camera can see this. Big reveal. Stanton McCain. Boom. I'm a goblin. I don't even know how to draw. I don't know how that happened. Esper Blink is my hardest matchup. I think you're really well positioned against. Yeah, if I can like turn off their solitudes, I really don't care about anything else that's in their deck. Yeah, I hope you like it, Stan. You're the only one in black because you're special, bro. You're one of my oldest friends. Helped me with Magic for a very long time. So, Goblins, salute. And then Tradecraft, thank you so much for dropping in. I'm gonna end the stream. Wait, what's up, Stan? What's up? You like it? Fuck yeah! I'm glad you like it. They don't run any counter magic. Thoughts is the only thing you need to worry about. Yeah, I mean, and like honestly, if I Thoughtseize their Thoughtseize, that's pretty good. For sure. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Welcome to the Goblin Horde. You found your home. You know, this is where all of us nerds and all of us goblins hang out, and we stream every single day. Put up 8 YouTube shorts. We put up a video. We put up a stream. The video is just the stream, but chopped up and stuff. But yeah, I really appreciate you being here. I'm gonna do a little like outro, but thank you so much for being here. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more support the channel, $1 a month gets your name read out on every stream. Till next time, I'm going to read off the members, and then we're going to go. From the top, I'm going to do a blindfolded. Alpha Ronan, Tim Stoptex, Elias Sutter, The Darth New, ADY100K, Jared Monster Man, and Annan, Riberio, Cypher777, The High Wumpus, AJR, B Rhyme, Gorvisker, Sliver of Nope, Scott McIntosh, Javier Hugo, Valeroth, The Omega, Terrieth, Nito Brio, Trigger Philosophy, the Green One, the new member, The Green Ranger, and the newest member, my buddy and personal friend, the store owner of Boar's Hat and one of the 2 legends behind the Tales from the Tap podcast, Stanton McCain. Till next time, I really appreciate you being here. I hope you hydrate, drink some water, you absolute legends. Till next time, I hope you're